Hi and welcome back to a new video here from Computex. We are now at the booth of NZXT and they start showing their history of cases. Starting at 2004, I had to stop at 2010 with the Phantom because that is a case I actually owned myself over a certain time period, because back then I loved it for black and white, Star Wars themed build. It was a pretty cool case back then. Now looking at it, yeah, looks like a massive piece of plastic, not quite sure anymore. But it also shows that the evolution over time was pretty cool. H440, for example, that was a thing at a time when I was at Case King. I was not a fan of that case. It was a huge hotbox. I had to build some customer systems in there, was not a fan. And then going over H7, H6 Flow, and then the new H7, I think the evolution is pretty awesome, especially if you look at the case, how sleek it is, how elegant. What I'm a big fan of is if I just look inside in the bottom area, like around the fan area on the bottom, also in the back, it is so clean. It's extremely clean. That's what I like about NZXT cases in general. And also now that they moved away from just having glass everywhere and blocking airflow, this actually is pretty good for airflow. And the area on the bottom especially can look pretty awesome as well if you add one of their new fans, the unibody fans, and we can take a look at them. It's time to experience the epic performance and computing power of Hetzner's dedicated GPU server GEX44. It houses a heavy-duty NVIDIA RTX 4000 SFF 8th generation graphics card with 20GB of GDDR6 ECC GPU memory, which makes it an ideal and affordable option for use of trained AI models. The Intel Core i5-13500 CPU with HT and virtualization also features 6 performance cores and 8 efficiency cores, which makes this server even more special. 2 speedy 1.92TB Generation 3 data center NVMe SSDs plus 64GB of DDR4 memory complete this powerhouse. Hetzner is well known for their extraordinary price-performance ratio and operates several hundred thousands of servers in their own high-tech data centers in Germany and Finland, which makes them GDPR compliant. Click on the link below and find out more about Hetzner's dedicated GPU server. This is one of the fans I was talking of that you could place in the bottom area of the case. This is a 360 version in black. You would obviously go for the white version for the H7 that we just showed. The general thing is something that we see all across Computex right now. So it's a big fan that incorporates or in-houses 3 smaller rotors. Has a lot of positive aspects, and personally I would say almost 0 downsides. I heard the argument that you could theoretically produce more trash if one of the motors fail, but honestly speaking, I never had that in my personal rigs, and I think it's pretty rare that over the time a normal PC case fan dies or has issues. Usually it is something that's either very early on, maybe even in the building process, or doesn't usually happen. So I think for most of the people that should be fine to have multiple in one big frame. Has, again, as I said, a lot of advantages, especially mounting wise. So only 4 screws. It's also pretty sturdy, so you don't have to worry that it's flexing or something, creating weird noises or something. That's certainly not going to happen. And especially when it comes to cable management, it will make your life so much easier. If you think about having 2 of these in a system, so that's 6 fans in total, and traditional fans would be RGB and fan header, that would be 12 cables. Worst case, and with 2 of those you only have 2 of these, connect them to the hub, and yeah, it's so easy to use. It comes in different sizes like 240, 280, 360, and in white and in black. And in this pre-built system you can see exactly what I was talking about. If you place the 360 version in the bottom, also the 360 in the front, looks very sleek, very elegant. No unnecessary screw holes anywhere, no cabling. That is pretty cool. The only thing I was thinking about is that it's a kind of a missed opportunity. You see the 120mm fan in the back. I would have loved to see this one exactly in the same design as the other ones with the shiny strip on the side. So if they would have the same fan for 120 as well, I think that would fully round up the build, because right now it looks a bit misplaced, a little bit lost, but that's something that can surely still change for the future. That's the same kind of system, just in black. I usually prefer to shoot the white ones. I just want to show you that this also exists, but on camera it's usually also easier for you to see it at home when I film it in the white version. There are also non-RGB high static pressure fans These ones in black in 120mm and also in 140mm, both black and white. So these are the ones on the table for high static pressure if you want to use it on a radiator. I mean, NZXT is very famous for their AIO, so that's something you could use. Or if you want to use case fans for more airflow itself, but without having the need for the high static pressure, so this can push more air at a lower noise level than these can do. So these are also available in 120, 140, also black and white. So especially if you're looking just for performance case fans without RGB, that would definitely be an option. Last thing is the NZXT C1500. As you might have guessed, it's a 1500 watt PSU, cybernetics titanium certified. Also has dual 12 volt 2x6 connectors. If you're looking for that for your possible future dual 5090 setup, that might be an option for you. I have to say, honestly, I never used an NZXT PSU before myself, so I can't really judge how good it is, but cybernetics titanium certification already tells you quite a lot. And personally, my favorite from the booth was definitely the current H7 Flow. In especially this configuration, if you're looking for this type of build with maybe an AIO in the top or also maybe in the front in addition, I think this looks pretty awesome. Looks pretty elegant, no unnecessary screws, no cables that you don't want to see. I definitely like that, and I hope you also enjoyed this video. Thanks again to Ben's Hardware for filming this video, and thanks to you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.